Kapow, kapow, kapow. We're back with another reflection on the Daily Vedantic. Yesterday, we wrapped up our 20-part series on that the Gita. And I've been excited about today's episode for a few days now. Now I get to dive into it with you. And this is, as the kids on TikTok, and I cannot believe this is like a thing on TikTok, but teenagers on TikTok say this all the time of keep that third eye high. It's wild. From the introduction of Hatha yoga, physical yoga in our society, to now everyone wearing yoga pants everywhere, to kids saying at 15 that they meditate or keep your third eye high. It is, even if they have no idea what they're saying, it's beautiful that it is entering our culture and seems to be coming in at full force. What is this third eye? You know, many of us have seen the images depicting an eye above the eyebrows. And this eye is called Jnana Chakshu, the eye of wisdom. But here's the reflection on the eye of wisdom, the third eye, the mind's eye, all of these referring to the same thing, is that in contrast to the visuals where it is drawn as this third eye high, right above the eyebrows, in contrast to the visuals, this eye does not look outward. This is the inward eye. So what is today's reflection? It's on the eye of wisdom, the ability to observe what's happening. But it is the ability to observe what's happening within ourselves. It is not some supernatural idea of an eye that can scan the world or see what's happening out there in some, sci-fi way, some cartoonish way, some religious, halfway around the world, weird way. It's actually one of the most mundane things you could call attention to. It is your ability to observe what's happening within you. And that might be noticing anger where you didn't even notice it before. Noticing an emotion, noticing a preference that you know, well, that might not be best for me. You continue to cultivate that observation, that ability to witness what's happening within us. You start to brush the dirt off that inward eye, that eye of wisdom, and it shows you everything. Not just what's happening within us, but the end and the beginning of the decision we're about to make. Is this the right job to take? Is this the right thing to say? Is this the right person to date or to marry? All of that is the eye of wisdom, the capacity to see the end in the beginning. But this third layer, even further than that, further than what's going on inside of us in a typical moment, further than the ability to see the end in the beginning of a decision or crossroads you might be in. Third, and even more deeply, the eye of wisdom shows us, allows us to see who we really are. To separate permanence from impermanence. To inquire deeply, ever increasingly deeply, further and further and further, plumbing to the depths of observation of who we really are. So the next time you see a cartoon of the third eye, now you know. Now your third eye can observe that and say, actually, it's supposed to be inward. It's not supposed to be peering out. It's not just an additional faculty to see the exterior world. It's actually the beautiful, blissful, the divine faculty to see within, to see the entirety of the universe within. That is today's reflection on the Daily Vedantic. And until next time, keep that third eye high. Thanks for listening to the Daily Vedantic. This reflection is part of a free repeating 2-year course in Advaita Vedanta. Rooted in the timeless wisdom of the Upanishads, arguably the oldest philosophical texts on earth, you can begin with episode 1, which gives the 15-minute overview of the whole philosophy of Vedanta, or you can join the journey with any episode at any point. But the critical aspect of this course, of understanding and mastering anything, is to study and reflect, even for 10 to 15 minutes on the timeless each day, preferably at the start of your day. As is said in this philosophy, reflection is 100,000 times as powerful as listening. So listen, journal, sit with, discuss these concepts, or ask questions at thedailyvedantic.com with our AI-powered chatbot, informed by about 700 episodes here, as regularly as one can, if you want to see clarity and peace almost effortlessly unfold in your daily life. And if it doesn't result in a near immediate increase in clarity and peace, then toss aside and feel free to never listen again. One of the things that you might notice is after 7 or 8 days in a row, this doesn't feel like a discipline. This feels like a visit with a best friend, to dive into the timeless with daily reflection. Within a few days, it becomes one of your favorite parts of the day. You can also find out more, including news about in-person events in Los Angeles and beyond, at the Daily Vedantic on Instagram, or through our weekly newsletter at thedailyvedantic.com. Additionally, check out the links in our show notes for more resources like the books that are mentioned most frequently in the episodes, including Vedanta Treatise, perhaps the simplest and most straightforward read on this philosophy I've ever come across. Until next time, and from the entire team that works on the Daily Vedantic project, thanks for listening.